G'day everybody, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. We are in the Devil's Fee and we killed everything, including Helsik, unfortunately. Yes, things went south very, very quickly in the previous episode, but you know what? Lae'zel is back and she is demolishing everything. I mean, that battle that we had, I thought I was, I started off sort of shaking in my boots a little bit because, we had all these celestial beings, I assume these are, and then, or maybe they're not celestial, maybe they're like beings from hell or whatever, but yeah, we managed to handle them very easily in the end. So yeah, I should use Lae'zel a little bit more, but I also should not disregard Hold Monster, because that spell has, really helped us, not only in this fight, but also the one that we had previously with Orin. I mean, things just went really quite easily, or, surprisingly quite easy for us in the end. I assume all of these imps don't have anything, but perhaps the Minotaurs. No. Not at all. I thought perhaps maybe we would get gold or whatever out of these guys. I'm not sure if we managed to read this while Helsik was around. Perhaps not. Oh, actually, maybe we have, because taking it might be considered to be stealing, but reading from it should be okay. Okay, well, I mean, since she's dead and all, we can probably just grab all of this stuff. Is a great club worth anything? Not really that much, is it? So, I'm kind of curious about how we would have been able to perhaps weasel our way to the portal upstairs. Because, I did steal a couple of things from Helsik to try and open this display case, assuming that the item inside is what we needed to disarm the trap, but because things haven't panned out, I'm not really going to be able to find out how we can actually, get up there the right way. I suppose the right way would have been us paying the money and just, being content with, buying our way up. But I did spend 5k in the end, and no, I did not get it back, unfortunately. So, that's a bit disappointing. But hey, it's alright. I'll live with it all at this stage. That was not worthwhile. So yeah, this display case. Why on earth can we not interact with it?
Infernal gems, straight from Anauros. Rare, to say the least.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything if I choose to open it.
I've got a long road ahead.
Strange indeed. Anyway, you guys can let me know if that's supposed to open or not. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe it was literally just the key that she held that I needed to bring up here and interact with this It's not a gargoyle head, but whatever this thing is. Alright, let's do a quick save, and I presume I should actually do a short rest. Yeah, let's take a look at what's going on in here.
I strongly suggest that you reconsider this course of action.
Yeah, that's right.
What you expect to gain from the Hells is not worth the risk of traveling here uninvited.
So, we might have to betray the Emperor, and if we do, I just don't know whether or not he will just simply turn on us and we'll have to fight him, or what the deal is there. Yeah, too bad there was no... Oh, could there have been a way for us to gaseous form or fly up here? Because maybe that was a missed opportunity. But getting the right angle to be able to do that is a bit difficult. Helsik's diary. Is there any sound sweeter than the jingle-jangle of a coins rubbing against coins? Of course, Mammon will hardly be sated by a mere pocketful of gold. No, I'm going to have to start being smarter about this. What I need is not just revenue, but multiple sources of it, if nothing else to beat Corilla. Perhaps it's time to diversify the business. Not just curious, but information. Not just curios, but information, or even better, access. Oh, you're a genius, Helsik.
Can't keep me out.
More infernal marble. Still don't know what all this infernal marble is supposed to do. Unless, sorry, it's part of the ritual that we need to be able to travel to Raphael's House of Hope.
That's curious.
Let's check that first. Note from Director Gortash. Excellent work, Helsik. I'm beginning to see why they call you Mammon's Picklock, e.g.
Just done a few. Can't keep me out.
Oh, what do we have here? Mask of Soul Perception. Soul Perception. Gain a +2 bonus to attack rolls, initiative rolls, and perception checks. That seems decent. Initiative rolls, which means it determines how early you are going to be, well, how early your turn is. And perception checks. That could be good to try to, you know, if you're having trouble trying to perceive stuff in the environment, maybe. But I don't know how I feel about it replacing, like, a whole bunch of gear that other people are wearing, because there are a few other features that would be better. Again, one of those things where you guys can let me know if it's really worthwhile to use, but let's send it to camp. Another coin of mammon. I think that's the second one we've seen.
I have to keep going. Here we go.
Yeah, again, I feel like there may have been an opportunity to try and fly up here. Alright, nothing special out there.
With a flick of the wrist.
A bunch of stuff for alchemy.
Flowers every color of the rainbow. Right?
Yeah. There was definitely a chance for us to bypass all of that and not, like, break down the door. So perhaps maybe I got a little bit too impatient there, but you know what? That fight wasn't too bad. But we could have perhaps maybe jumped up this way. Ran across the rooftops and then jumped to this balcony here. Who knows, we could have maybe had another fight on our hands because, you know, if she had already booted us out, maybe no matter what, that fight would have happened. Fiendish alchemy. We'll take all of that. Infernal Armory. Infernal Arms. This tome details the various weapons and armor that can be found in the Hells, including their properties. The section on how to acquire them has been torn out. Ah. I was gonna say, maybe that would be a good thing to try and give to Damon. And then maybe in turn he can make some of these Infernal Arms. Okay, so I assumed the ritual would happen here, but I'm not really getting any checks or anything like that, so I'm gonna need to figure out how to actually do this ritual, and might need to come back to you guys, because I feel like I've tucked away the book that has the entry about it. So, and I'm struggling to remember where that is and what it's called, so give me a second, guys. Right, guys, so it turns out I do actually still have the grimoire on me. I didn't send that back, probably because it had the orange outline, but anyway, I'm gonna have a read. I've been reading through it a few times, but, you know, just for you guys following along. Infernal Transportation Ritual Layer Avernus. Blood Circle Configuration. Place that which has no eyes, but used to see at the western point of the circle. Place that which has no eyes, but used to see at the western point of the circle. So, not entirely sure about that one. 2 spaces lie opposite that point. So maybe there are certain parts of the, I guess the ritual diagram that we may need to just leave and place no items. Upon the left, place what is cut but cannot bleed. Okay. So, cut but cannot bleed. To the right, that which smells but cannot sniff. smells but cannot sniff. Maybe there's like perfume or something. Again, let's come back to it. Beside the dead remains, the aspect of the Avarist Lord sits clockwise, so... Aspect of the Avarist Lord. So, I'm guessing maybe this has something to do, I assume, with these coins that we've seen. Then the circle's center shall receive the eternal marvel of infernal marvel. That is pretty clear, so we just need a little bit of infernal marble in the center. That's okay. But, yeah, the other elements are a little bit fuzzy, though, for me. So... I am down here with Helsik's body, and I decided just to see if I can take a look at it again. And we did have this ritual pouch, and I only noticed this after rewatching the previous episode and saying, well, you know, there's the ritual pouch, which I didn't actually take, which contains a couple of items. So, the skull and the incense. Now, I think the incense makes sense for, well, my initial assumption was perfume. So, these have a sweet sandalwood smell, so something that smells but cannot sniff. I assume this is correct. And then the skull, well, that might be what's required for... maybe the first one? It has no eyes, but it will see, or whatever. Okay. So the configuration of these things... let me see. So, let me place a few of these things down, so... let's drop the skull first. And I believe the skull is the first thing on the list. Possibly. Place that which has no eyes but used to see at the western point of the circle. So western point of the circle. Assuming the skull then goes here. Oh! Yeah. That seems to work because we're getting a bit of a signal here on whether or not we've placed the right thing in the right spot. That's good. I was not expecting some kind of feedback until the ritual puzzle itself is completed. Anyway, let's read that again. 2 spaces lie opposite that point. 2 spaces lie opposite that point. Place what is cut but cannot bleed. When they say 2 spaces lie opposite that point, are we talking in front of it? But then it says upon the left... oh, hang on. 2 spaces. These are spaces. And upon the left, here, is... what is cut but cannot bleed. I have no idea what that could be. Let's come back to it. To the right, that which smells but cannot sniff. So that's the incense. 100%. Alright, so I assume the incense goes maybe there. So 2 spaces on the right. On the left is whatever cuts but cannot bleed. Maybe here. Let's open that up. Also, I probably want a quick save here. Okay, I'm not getting the same, like, feedback as before. Unless it all has to be in order, in which case I need to resolve this first. What is cut? That cannot bleed. Wait a sec. Yes. These are diamonds, aren't they? Infernal diamonds. I mean, diamonds are cut, right? So why can't I access this? Is there a way to just break through that? I mean, look, we've just busted down doors and all that sort of stuff. Why not? Lazel, you're up. I'm just hoping that we destroy this thing and we don't lose the items in question. Oh, yes, okay. That was so simple, wasn't it? I mean... Okay. I mean, I may as well take the other one as well. What are we doing? Okay.
Need to find a way forward.
I want Lazel with me though.
Objective noted.
Just in case. We're all probably going to need to jump through the portal. I assume there's going to be a portal altogether.
Alright.
Alright, so, oh, we had other diamonds here as well. I wonder if it has to be the infernal diamonds. Drop item. No. It's not doing anything. Is this the wrong spot?
Might not be the time. Maybe not.
Okay, I can't move the skull anymore. So... let's have a read again. Place that which has no eyes, but use to see at the western point of the circle. Done. 2 spaces lie opposite that point. On the left, place what is cut, but cannot bleed. To the right, that which smells, but cannot sniff. Here? 2 spaces. 2 spaces. Man, this is gonna be such an exciting episode. Very thrilling for you guys. Apologies while I'm scratching my head trying to figure this out. We've gotten this far, and blood was spilled, so it's the last thing I do. We're going to the House of Hope. 2 spaces lie opposite that point. Place that upon the left. Upon the left. Beside the dead remains, the aspect of the Avarice Lord sits clockwise so. Beside the dead remains.
Let's slide.
Clockwise so. Dead remains. Is this considered a dead thing? I suppose I should use this one. Do we need, like, all items to be within these circles? Because maybe I can just, like, brute force stuff. Just see if any of these slots would... Okay. Okay. So, the Infernal Diamonds have worked over here. So how does... I don't get that. 2 spaces, 1, 2. Okay, maybe that's the way we read it. Yes, okay, good. Good. Alright, beside the dead remains, the aspect of the Avarice Lord. Again, assuming it's the coin that I need. Sits clockwise so. Then the circle's center shall receive the internal marvel of infernal marble. Clockwise so. I'm trying to understand the puzzle itself, guys. I know we just need to place the infernal, like, marble in there, but... like, we're solving it, great, but... I feel like... I'm semi-cheating. So... place that which has no eyes, but used to see at the western point of the circle. Perhaps maybe this first item serves as a, like, almost like a starting point for where you need to think about placing everything else. I mean, it is quite obvious that way, but I I suppose you don't really understand that this sits clockwise when they refer to clockwise, perhaps maybe this being like 12 o'clock, and then you would place it, you know, on the next one, assuming that things are going around clockwise that way. That's sort of how I'm thinking about it, but perhaps maybe I'm not getting it right. Excuse me. 2 spaces, yeah, I misunderstood the 2 spaces. I was reading this as a space, but I guess it's 1, 2, and then either side. So that was, yeah, well, an honest mistake. And yeah, finally, there's just the infernal marble. So let's just place that down. Just quick save before anything bad happens. There it is.
You were wise to reject the devil's offer, but there is no reason to provoke him by invading his home.
We'll see how powerful this devil is. Alright, folks. Time for an adventure through hell. Let's move.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Oh, we even get a warning. I mean... yes, please, let's go. Alright, fancy place, and... oh yeah, this is Avernus, alright. Pillar of Souls. Okay, and we won't be able to go back for a while.
Desire.
Excellent choice.
Alright, let's look around.
Can't give up.
Can we go back if we needed to? I think we can, right? So it's not like we're trapped
Best
here
be on my
completely,
way. I
but...
don't hear the Emperor. It can't reach us here, I guess.
ooh, okay, if the Emperor has no...
You came. Such a shame. Curiosity killed all the cats. It won't be so kind to you.
As the woman speaks, you hear a distant rattle of chains, and she winces in pain.
The jailer will hear us. I shouldn't be talking to you. I must go. It's not kind to me.
The figure flickers and starts to dim from view, but you sense she could be convinced to return.
Wait, don't go. Who are you?
The figure shimmers brightly. Your words seem to have piqued her curiosity.
Who am I? Oh, it's my favorite question. I scream it into the dark while I sleep and whisper it to my memories when I wake. I'm the thing that kills you and the only reason you're alive. Made by a promise, undone by the truth. A handshake, a hug, the first beat of a newborn's heart. I am hope. What little is left of her. A guttering candle in a universe of night. I'm not much of a friend to anyone anymore. But I could use a friend myself. Do you want a friend to guide you through this madhouse? I hear the jailer. It hears me. It'll call Raphael, make every question count. Make some of them count twice.
You must ask of the Orphic Hammer. Without it, the Prince of the Comet and the Githyanki people remain forever chained.
I need to find the Orphic Hammer. Can you help?
Discovered an ancient Gith prince in need of a savior? The Orphic Hammer is the perfect tool for breaking all infernal chains. Hope can help. The hammer is here in this house. It's...
You hear a sound like the rattle of a chain, and an agonizing scream in your head as hope flickers from view momentarily.
Shh. Quiet. There it goes. Everyone here is mad. Even you, especially me. And that makes them dangerous, but it also makes them stupid. I'll make you seem as ruined as the rest of the people here. A simple glamour to make you a terrible wretch. Now whisper your questions, little wretch, but really quiet and very clever. Concentrate.
Whisper as you would in the depths of a hunt.
Remember, quiet as a mouse.
I need to find the Orphic Hammer. Where is it?
The same place you'll find your sorry little soul when Raphael rips it out. In the archive down the corridor past the debtor. Oh, the debtors. They won't like you. But I like you. I know I do. I think I do. I hope I do. I just need to ask one question, and I'll know for sure.
What is it?
Can you save me? Please, 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 please.
If I can, I will. What needs to be done?
All right. You have to listen very, very, very closely. I will say this only once. Find the key, take the hammer, smash my chains. Find the key, take the hammer, smash my chains. Find the key, take the hammer, smash my chains. But be careful when you take the hammer. The fire will come, and Raphael, you must run, 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 run. But don't forget me. Please, please, please. I don't want to burn. Not again.
The rattle of chains echoes louder from unseen places, and without a scream or a sigh, hope disappears.
What? Okay. Oh, we're all disguised as, I guess, wretches. I suppose we can blend in. Ooh. What? Okay. I was gonna say, isn't that the room that we first saw Raphael in? This place is kind of interesting though, so let's have a look around before we continue further.
Your nerves rattle and your skin shivers. The pillar contains thousands of angry souls, eager to escape.
Deactivated, apparently. This almost feels like it's some kind of a heist, where we're going to need to get something and then, like, run and leave immediately. That's what Hope seems to allude
A chill
to.
emanates from the pillar, and you sense the sorrow of 1,000 damned souls trapped within.
And then there are these pillars, which I assume would do something to try and slow us down. There's a guest book there.
Seems simple enough.
There's the matter of finding those gauntlets as well.
You feel the hunger and desire of countless souls bound to the pillar, unable to escape. A sense of overwhelming loss flows from the pillar. There are souls inside, damned and forgotten.
Can we not kill Raphael, though? I don't know if that's a thing we could do.
The cold. Rest your weary soul.
Let's take a look at the guest book. House of Hope, guest book. Eliesis 1492. Please sign below. Invited guests with boudoir privileges. Hallister Blackcloak, social call. High Inquisitor Virilius Receptor, diabolic audit. Involuntary guests. Feast hall access only. Meal plan D. Silvira Savicas, return unharmed. Thavius Krieg, damned. Sir Bluto Sans Pete, damned. Let's do another quick save here. This place does kind of make me nervous. Souls everywhere. Infernal Mason.
All of the residents were guests, and all of the guests will be residents.
Pretty ominous.
A delicious aroma still lingers around the table. Your mouth waters. Just a little.
Let's have a chat with the Mason here.
Another sorry soul come to wander these halls. What do you seek?
Tell me what you know of this place.
Despite appearances, this whole house is more of a prison than a parlor. Most here have no choice but to remain. I am one such. This is not my home, but I can never leave.
What ties you to the House of Hope?
I was an architect in life, a builder of tombs and temples, but mostly of towers. My proudest work reached for the stars and sought to dry Seluna's tears. It was a monument to life and to virtue, and a happy home to my master for many years.
Who was your master?
A great general, a greater man, Ketheric Thorm. When tragedy came, my master fell into darkness and despair. He marshaled a great army to ruin the world and bring all into shadow. I could not let it happen. I sought out the devil, Raphael, and signed an infernal pact with him. He promised to destroy my master's army, and I promised him my soul in return. The devil was true to his word. Fiends slaughtered my master's forces, but he endured somehow and blighted the land.
Ketheric is no more. I've killed him.
Then all came to pass as I had hoped, though a century too late for my family and friends. Your actions may have justified the price of my soul. I thank you. Tell me, what became of my pride? What became of Moonrise Towers?
We healed the land and lifted the shadow curse. Moonrise will be a beacon of light again.
I did not think it possible. Thank you. My spirit smiles for the first time in a century. Now go. Finish your business here and leave while you can.
That's really cool. Okay, I did not expect to meet the architect of Moonrise Towers here.
Creeping, stalking, walking, crawling. I see you.
I wonder if we can ask him about where the archive is. Also, when we're here in the House of Hope, I wonder if we can complete multiple objectives or if we only have to, like, choose. Like, can we do absolutely everything? A record written in Raphael's own hand, detailing the adventures of various travelers in Faerun, including yours. The desperates will do anything to get out of a bind. That mind flayer toys with its food, but it'll become hungry soon enough, and they have proven such malleable little things. The crown for the hammer, more than a reasonable trade, I should think. After all, what use is power if you don't have freedom? Let's speak with him again.
You linger here still. Or perhaps you have become lost, like the rest of us.
Okay. Also, oh right, so these are just disguises. Debtor's attire. But we are still using the same gear that we were using before.
Anyone hear me?
I thought perhaps maybe we could, like, speak to her. Going the opposite direction for the moment, guys, and then we'll obviously swing by around. Quick save. Is that guy hitting himself on the head? What? I guess if people have been, like, trapped here for thousands of years, perhaps maybe they've just all gone a little bit cuckoo. If I was not wearing the debtor's attire, I wonder if these guys would just simply attack us. A founding of Baldur's Gate. I have a feeling we've read it, but the abridged version of Palamondan's popular history of the Gate, written in a breezy conversational style more accessible than that of most scholarly histories. For example, the cozy crescent of land around Grey Harbour has been settled for at least 1500 years, favoured by bucolic fisherfolk and beachcombers, as well as the less savoury smugglers and outright pirates. But there wasn't really much of a permanent town there until one of its seagoing entrepreneurs, a fellow known as Baldur, returned from an expedition with a hold full of gold. And he was generous in spending it, building wharves and warehouses along the waterfront and a great granite wall curving across the slopes to protect it all from raiders sweeping down from the fields of the dead.
Such a beautiful house. Oh, such a beautiful prison.
I'll take all his silver.
You! Are you good?
Are you good?
I tried, but I don't think I can ever be good. Instead, I'll be perfect.
Maybe obsessed with perfection?
Right tool will do the trick.
Could do with more of those explosive shots. Waltzing Eternal Debtor.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Don't look at me. I'm dancing. I love to dance. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Maybe she can never stop dancing or something? Mocking Eternal Debtor. A modest guide to Sword Coast wine. A sommelier's guide to wines found along the Sword Coast. It extols the virtues of Burdiscan Dark and Arabellan Dry, the sinuous fruity flavors of ruby red Elverquist, the throat-slamming notes of Red Dragon Crush snatched from the hands of charming Vistani tradefolk. Thayan vintages are richly hued as the robes of their red wizards. Pale Cerlunian Glowfire, and it praises these with the same vigor that it declaims the inferior mulled wines such as Czar and Daggerford Clary, which the author claims are as suitably for consumption as Bugbear Taint.
Here, the chaos of the world is dimmed. Here, the violence of life is pacified. Here, there is order. There is but one law, and it is immutable. I am that law.
Apparently we can jump over there. Oh, there's a few sections we can try to go to. There's a passageway here. Very interesting. Perhaps maybe we just need to remember that this pathway exists. If we need to come around this way and sneak through for whatever reason.
Never a dull moment.
Curious.
No one's stopped me yet.
jailer will swallow you whole if you take another step. And you won't be able to save me while you're being digested! You found my prison. My body is held in chains just beyond. Presumably you intend to chew through the chains, cracking your teeth like eggshells. It will work! The hammer is the only thing capable of shattering the chains.
I'll go find it.
Not here, you won't, you blundering cricket! It's in the archive. When you remove it, the whole house will go up in flames. Raphael will fly home, furious.
Oh, so Raphael's not home right now. I'll make sure I'm ready.
Ready for Raphael's homecoming? He'll use you as a handkerchief. No. Don't listen to me. You're going to do just fine. I'll be waiting. Like I have a choice.
Okay. Let's back out of this in that case. So not enough space. Let's just ungroup everyone. We might need to just finagle our way.
Quite ready for you.
Yeah, Gale's gonna need a little bit of help.
Despite everything. You're a long way from Waterdeep.
Action, not reaction. Wits and blades, always sharp.
What to do? These things have stayed interesting.
Okay. Let's continue exploring.
These ghosts have seen everything.
Kill me, please.
Okay. Do we attack him? No. I won't.
Wrath, the purest of all things that burn.
I'll give it a shot.
So what do we have going on here? That's where we came in from. Yoink. Yoink.
Bet that will fit in my pack.
Security breach. We are concerned to report a regrettable incident within our esteemed House of Hope. It has come to our attention that one of the guests, driven to madness by insatiable curiosity, attempted to breach the sanctity of your revered boudoir. The misguided individual, their mind clouded by a desperate desire for forbidden knowledge, sought to gain access to your private quarters and uncover the secrets that lie within. They believed that the back door on the balcony would serve as their clandestine path to knowledge. However, rest assured, my lord, that our vigilant guardians swiftly intervened and prevented any further trespassing, so please don't turn us into lemurs. Okay, so they were talking about that pathway that we just found before. Apparently, there is something there that would prevent us from going into the quarters, perhaps. Maybe we would have a bit of a fight. Visionary Eternal Debtor.
He said he'd turn my eyes in on themselves. To see inside me. Rolling and rolling until they burst.
Okay, and a debtor that thinks that it's a dog? Jeez. You know, one thing that I was thinking about is whether or not Karlach should be here. Because she is from Avernus, right? She is from this plane. I wonder if she would have any additional commentary about it. Sword Coast Songbook. Dozens upon dozens of songs grace the pages of this book. The full list is printed on the very first page and include the Ballad of the Dreamweaver, Blades and Bardings, Drums of Daggerford, Lost and Away, 9 Stars Around a Silver Moon, Paradis the Great, Tears of the Sea, Waiting Grave, and When Mages Go to War. I feel like we've maybe seen that before. Okay.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Voyeur Eternal Debtor.
Show your
I
invitation.
like to watch the door to the boudoir. I like to see who goes in, who comes back out, and who never does.
Does Raphael mind you watching his coming and goings?
Why? It was his idea. Here I watch, forever and forever. Oh, I can never join in, but I'll always look.
Do you know what goes on inside that room?
Oh, I like to peek through the keyhole. There's so much to see. So much to see.
The keyhole. Is there a keyhole somewhere? Assuming we won't be able to get through this force curtain, we probably do need to go through the other way.
That's curious.
Infernal Gem. Huh? Okay, and I can't back out of this apparently. Infernal Control Gem. Maybe this is what's going to switch this off and let us go inside. From the front door, anyway.
When debts are paid and afflictions cured, rejoice in the new life granted to you by my benevolence.
None of us should.
Let your heart be glad, let your tongue rejoice, and let your soul rest forever in this house of hope.
Don't! Please don't! How do I still owe so much?
That's why it's called a deal with the devil.
A couple turns should do.
Ooh. Potion of Angelic Slumber. Drink to fall into a 2-turn slumber. Unless interrupted, you gain the benefits of a long rest. So, I feel like this sort of stuff would be good for Gale. Not that we would want to try and, you know, bring him to a state where he does need it, but if push comes to shove, we take him out of the picture for a couple of turns, assuming he won't take damage. I don't know if enemies can still damage him, but if he gets the benefit of all of his spell slots back, that would be very, very useful. About creation of Orphic Hammer. A detailed history of the Orphic Hammer describing the infernal workforce Raphael harnessed to locate and mine the rare materials used in its creation and its intended purpose. The hammer is not a weapon, it is an insurance policy. Its function is specific, but its utility is boundless. No chains forged by infernal hand can withstand its power, for its core is a metalliferous compound combining the purest essence of all 9 hells. If I should ever need to liberate the prisoners held in the Iron City of Dis, to shatter the vaults of Nargus, or even to free the child of Gith, my hammer will be equal to the task.
Am I still breathing?
Am I still breathing? Oh. Ew.
Away! This is Raphael's chamber pod!
Are you its guardian?
Its admirer, its protector. It is my one true beloved.
Oh my god.
Hellfire, the great gift of Mephistopheles.
I've been awake for 100 years. Let me rest.
Taming Hope, Part 2. So there must be a Part 1 somewhere. Taming Hope. Would that suggest that she's some kind of a beast? Carilla's transcript of a conversation between Raphael and her sister Hope. What's that? Good morning, sweetling. How are you? What is that? This? Oh, nothing really. Just a little curiosity. Hope my tenacious petal clinging to the flower despite winter nature and all common sense. This is an Omuan dreamcatcher. No? No recognition? Well, alright. This tinkly, feathery device is a jar. A jar for dreams, currently full to bursting. I don't mind telling you. Stop. Stop what, dear one? Jangling it like that. I'd like you to stop. You hear them then. The captured dreams of frightened children. The Omuans were a clever people, Hope. Their children slept like stones. No boogeymen or creepers invaded their imaginations in the tenebrous dark. No, those figments went in here and they got to know one another. A social house for nightmares. These things that go bump in the night live inside this dreamcatcher, and they are dying to meet you. Raphael, don't go! Serve me then. Damn your pride and serve me with your whole heart. With her eyes fixed on the dreamcatcher, then averting to his, Raphael is stunned to see her eyes narrow. No. No, I won't do it. I see. How naughty of you. As Raphael and I left, I chose to linger and listen at my sister's closed door. She was alone in the dream, with the dreamcatcher. I heard her breathing grow heavier, then sharp, frozen silence. Then Hope began to scream. Okay, so confirmed that she's being tortured. Carilla. Why do I feel like that name sounds familiar? Sorry guys, there's just so many story beats and threads in this game, and you know, like all games that have like the same world, like Neverwinter and all that sort of stuff, there are just so many different like major events, major characters. It's so difficult to remember who's who. Apparently, taking the chamber pot counts as stealing, I guess. He really does love it. So, we'll leave it alone. Theologist Eternal Debtor. Actually, I'm just looking at the time here, guys. I think I'll take a break. So when we come back, we'll continue. I think there's only just a little bit more before we get back to the foyer here, and then we're going to need to decide what to do next. So there's this strange device in the center, which I do want to try and interact with. Then there's this room, which I assume is just Raphael's chambers. So it'd be interesting to see if we can go in and see what's there. And yeah, taking the hammer should be our last objective before then going down into the prison area, where we can try to get hope. Oh, hang on. There's this as well, so we might need to investigate whatever's going on here. Missed that. Alright, anyway, we'll do all of that when we come back. Thanks for watching, drop me a like down below, stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.